What's up, y'all? Just watched Dragon Ball Episode 11. The penalty is pinball. Pinball. Again, another episode. At the end, some things happen. So in this, of course, Goku and the gang are trapped. And so eventually, after some cajoling, Emperor Pilaf, before they actually get the Dragon Ball off of Goku, because of course they do, they essentially grab Bulma with this metal arm, drag her out, not drag her, they pull her through a ceiling, and they keep talking about I'm going to torture you with the treatment. And Bulma's like, eat shit, loser. And they're like, tell us where the Dragon Ball is, or we're going to give you the treatment. But Bulma just straight up flips him off, and with the hand right here and the one of those, just saying, as you can see, the Dragon Ball is where I'm pointing, the ceiling. And then he's like, all right, fine, you're going to get the treatment. And the treatment is just him blowing a kiss. Again, these bad guys are goofy in a fun way that is pretty dumb, but it's in a way that I'm just like, okay, it's one of the, you just shake your head and go, oh, okay. And it's not in a bad way either. Not in a eye-rolling way. It's just eyes pointed up, shake your head, and you move on, because it's goof. It's just a bunch of goofs. So they throw Bulma back into that room, they gas it, everyone passes out, but then they get the Dragon Ball of Goku, of course, and then they gather up the Dragon Balls, and they start to, Emperor Pilaf and the crew start to walk out, but they forgot to close the door, so when the Goku and the gang wakes up, they're walking through the hallways, and they happen to cross paths with Emperor Pilaf and Mai and Shu, and then there's a little chase scene, and then eventually they hit this room where there's 10 doors, and they don't know where to go, because Emperor Pilaf and the crew, and the bad guy crew, just disappear. It turns out they go back to the control room, and after Emperor Pilaf chews out his underlings, he turns his command console for the fortress into a keyboard, and then just starts playing Phantom of the Opera style, and just says, the penalty shall be pinball. And what happens is that Goku and gang are launched into a pinball table. And they start bouncing around and stuff, straight up, it's a pinball table. They start bouncing around on all the score point pegs, and an actual metal ball rolls out there. And apparently Pilaf is controlling the metal ball with the piano playing. It's extremely dumb in a fun way. They eventually it turns into, instead of just them fighting on the pinball table, they escape the pinball table, but they're running through the hallways. The pinball's chasing them. It's breaking through walls. And it's all just this elaborate chase to get our good guys back into the room that they started in. And then Emperor Pilaf takes the Dragon Balls outside, and he is just about ready to summon the dragon when Yamcha's like, okay, Goku, you have to use the Kamehameha wave. Goku's like, how do you know about that? And he's like, oh, who gives a shit? Just do it. And so he shoots the Kamehameha wave, not very good at it, only makes a tiny, tiny hole, but it's big enough for Puar and Oolong to turn into bats and fly out of. But they don't get there in time to stop the summoning of the dragon. The dragon is summoned, and you see the clouds get dark, and then this glow on Pilaf and Mai and Shu's face, and this giant creature just shoots out of these Dragon Balls, and it is in fact a giant fucking dragon just in the sky. A killer end to the episode. We get to see the Kamehameha wave again. We get to, it's mostly a goof-tastic filler kind of episode until the last 5 minutes, everything happens. And yeah, it's just really exciting. Because Oolong and Puar are the only ones that can stop them. How are they going to do it? I don't know. I in fact do know. But it's a good place for a cliffhanger. Oh my god, the dragon, ah! So again, another just totally fine, pretty alright episode. And, there was a little implied sexual perversion, because you could tell that in the Japanese that perhaps Oolong was expecting Emperor Pilaf to do some rapey stuff to Bulma, which is pretty fucking gross. But other than that, totally fine. And then the dub, of course, they throw all that away, and Oolong's just yeah, she's been torturing me this whole time. She'll get what she deserves, which is pretty fucked up, but what are you gonna do? It's what it is. Again, Oolong is the worst character. just wish he would go away. I feel like in a couple episodes he is. He, in fact, is. But yeah, there we go. See you next time.